Alright, so you've seen past video, I put in floor pan on my passenger side. I've still got the driver's side to do. But as I'm doing this one, I think I've decided that I really want to get this interior a little better looking. So I'm gonna go ahead and start tearing the interior down a little more, get some of that stuff out of the way. I'm not sure how far down I'll go. I may go ahead and pull the dash out of it so I can get to everything painted. I'll just, as I start getting into it, I'll know more. Definitely gonna pull this tank out. The tanks, I'm getting rid of the cab tank, so that's gonna be gone. You know, clean everything floor-wise, get it all, the paint off of it, get it prepped, ready for something fresh, new. Sound deadening. I'm not sure if I wanna, what kind of carpet. I found some places to get carpets. That might be one of my next moves, is going ahead and ordering that carpet and getting it in, but right now the goal is get this interior looking like new. Honestly, I want to maybe upgrade it even slightly. First thing I want to do is I want to get the doors pulled off this truck so I can get in and out of it a little easier. I'm not fighting a door constantly because these things seem to be in the way. When you pull in your doors, don't forget about the third bolt. Doing that alone might not be the best idea, but I absolutely do recommend those doors coming off if you're doing a floor pan. That would have made it a lot easier. A little bit of surface rust inside there, nothing major. Right now, again, I want to tape that seam right there and everything. That body line back, all that will be freshly painted. If I can take that whole dash out, that gets me up in behind it all. And then I'll take that fuel tank out. Again, it's gonna be permanently gone. Figure out what I'm gonna do on the other side. I've actually got a little beer tap I might put on it. There's the mouse house. Yeah, look at that. So I'm gonna see if I can get this dash out. I don't really want to pull my steering column, but I think I'm going to. I think it'll be easier by the time I do it, put it back in. So, you know, I think I can pull it with one bolt, pull it up out of there, or 3 bolts, and pull the thing out, unplug a few wires. We should be ready to roll. So those that were not here or have not seen it before, my electric steering goes through my cab and hangs out into through the firewall. I have not made a cover for it. It still needs one. But in order to take that steering column out, I've got to take it loose out here. Alright. It's gonna be alright where it's at. I've made this slight adapter, and you can see I went a little too far forward, so whenever I get done here, I'm gonna mark that off. And I'm gonna cut most of that adapter off in this little lip that I've got, because it looks like garbage. But right now I've got a few 5/16 down there that I need to take loose. Pull this off and pull the whole thing up out of here. So not too long ago, I had just put all these switches and cables back in my dash. Now I'm pulling the dash completely out of the thing. I don't know if this is the right thing to do, but it's what I'm going to do. Honestly, I wanted to clean this interior up, and getting as much of this out of the way to make that happen is what I feel best. So there's my dash, and I'm glad I pulled it out. It's nice to get underneath here and see exactly what the hell you have. Well, this dash is in good shape, and everything up there looks to be pretty awesome. I can now clean this out. don't know how much gas is in this thing. I think I put like 5 gallons in it the last time. There's that. There's that. Wish me luck. So I've had that out before, and all this seam sealer still in it. Looks pretty good. While we're at it, one thing you notice I've had to deal with all my gauge cluster tied in right here. So it's only a few wires to run everything, but I don't want to have to unhook each and everything. But you can see all the wiring I've had to do to get it running. What I really like is put quick connectors here, so I can unhook my gauge cluster and plug it back in. 9. So I have 9 wires. 5 wires. I've kind of laid these out separately. Everything should be marked. Yeah, there's blue. There's a blue with a black tracer. Everything's color coded. Marks. The only thing that's even close is the light blue, and I've got a black tracer on one. Simple enough. I've cut all these. What I want to do is put these quick connects. Bought a kit from Amazon. They were all in it. I think I've used them in the past on the channel, so if you guys haven't seen them, they're pretty awesome. Number one thing to do is get the correct guys, so whenever I strip this back, and you can see down in there exactly how much I need right there. Go ahead and put all these on. All right, so there's all those. Of course, I have to have this many more. There it is. But I have to say, I'm glad I did this. I'm glad I pulled all this dash out. Go ahead and clean this thing up, man, because it really does make a difference over here. And I mean, this is all good, solid metal, so I won't have to go near as far back. Heater's back in. I think I'm gonna go ahead and pull the heater out. My plan is whenever I put all this back in, I'm probably gonna paint it all black. I've got some black paint already there. Won't cost me a dime. Again, sticking to a budget and still clean it up. I had some that came with another car I bought. What I do know is I'd like to get all this cleaned up, get it ready for paint, insulate, and deaden this cab. You can probably even hear it echoing right now. While I'm at it, go ahead and clean up everything I can. What I can't get to, I've got some rust proofing, some stuff I'll be able to stick down in these holes and spray real good with some hot wax kind of stuff. This is cleaning. You know, I made that comment about black, but honestly, with under the hood being white, I don't see how I can do that. I think I'm gonna have to stick with this cream color. Maybe I have to find out the original color and do it. So here comes the fun part, and I won't be filming with it, but I've decided to go ahead and get the sandblaster out and blast the inside of all this. So what I've done with the windows is I taped up the edges. That should protect that, and then sprayed the insides of the windows with some Plasti-Dip. That should peel right off or scrapes off easy. That'll keep the sand or anything from hitting it and cause any pitting or any problems. And when I paint it, again, it'll all come off. Well, I've done nothing else. I have made one hell of a mess. Struggled with this sandblaster all night, the Harbor Freight blaster. If you get one, go ahead and look up the mods to do to it and do them. The 1/2 inch T at the bottom is an absolute must. I've figured that out. I got the thing where it will work. Well, I've already made this mess. It's not gonna do me any good to pull the thing out now, so I'm gonna do the best I can. I'm gonna finish this inside of this cab, roll it out, and then start cleaning everything up. Wow, I screwed up. So I've got the Harbor Freight blaster working a little better. Doing more research, and I think I've got some more upgrades I'm gonna do to the thing. Once I finalize those upgrades, I will make a video of what all I had to do to make that thing right. To be honest with you, everything I'm seeing right now, you should just not buy it and buy a much better one from somewhere else. However, what I'm also seeing is a lot of these other companies tend to have the same problems. So when you do, make sure you look around, verify that that's just not the same design, sold under a different name. I've gotten all the problem areas sandblasted. I did not blast this whole thing. Now I'm gonna take some 80 grit on the DA, and I'm gonna do everything I can to try and get this thing ready for paint, hopefully by roughed in, somewhat close. What I want to do is I'm going to trim a start point right here. I'm going to put my pan in place, and I'm going to tack everywhere around here so that the floor and it kind of made up, overlap. And I'm going to take my body saw, just like I did on the other side, and I'm going to trim so much, and I'm going to weld it, stitch the section together. You know, tack, 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 put a little more out, tack, tack. Where I'm at right now, everything should be ready to tack in place. So as I go around, I'll have a nice seam. It's been a slow process, long weekend. I'm not feeling the best, so doing what I can get done. Getting ready to start spraying some epoxy on all these, get everything primer. It's ready to go. All my interior should be sprayed, epoxy primer on it, get it cured up, some surfacer on top of that. This thing's sanded down. Hopefully tomorrow I'll be in paint. So interior, I'll be back in this one, and then we got the next project coming up. Keep watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe, that notification bell. Got a big one coming.